Gaffer, obviously another difficult result to take on Saturday. What are your thoughts on the recent form that we've got at the moment?
It's obviously not been good enough, and I hold my hands up to that. I take full responsibility for that. I've never had a run like this as a player or as a manager. But what I do know, this is where you have to stand up to be counted. I've tried to lead from the front in everything we've done this week. And the players obviously have to go and do that when they step over that white line on Saturday. The players have my full support. I am their biggest supporter. And obviously I've got to try and give them the ideas that help us get back to winning ways. We are more than capable. I still believe in the group. If we go about our jobs in the right way on Saturday, I'm sure that we can do that. It's another opportunity to try and get 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, there's been no secret that over the last few years here, including the most recent window, that you've had that one of the biggest characteristics that you've looked at in players is good people. So it must be reassuring to know that you've got those people by your side at times like this.
Yeah, of course. I've got. It's all the way through the club. I've got great owners. Ian supports me, and the players are decent people too. I think they're. Look, the players do care. They are trying their hardest. We get all the data to back that up. They're trying just as hard now as they were at the start of the season. For one reason or another, it hasn't gone as well as we would like lately. But of course, you do need good people around you. But as far as when it comes to a Saturday, when you go on over that white line, it's not all about being a good person. You've actually got to sometimes show that little bit of a nasty streak. I spoke about the game after Walsall, where I said I felt we lacked a little bit of aggression, a little bit of physicality up the top end of the pitch. Now, what I mean is I don't mean everybody has to be as big as Niall Canavan or Emil Aqua, but when you get around that penalty box, you've got to be on the move. You've got to be anticipating things. You've got to be willing to go past somebody. You've got to be anticipating second balls when it comes back out of the box and make sure we sustain attacks. The ball goes wide. I'm not expecting us to come out and pass again. The ball's got to go in there, and when it goes in there, there's got to be bodies in the box, and there's got to be people willing to attack it. And sometimes you have to go and get a whack on the head or a kick. Those are the things where I think we can improve, and it's something we're trying to do.
Does it really feel like at the moment that almost like one win, one leading goal, something like that just feels like that could kickstart something bigger?
Look, the one thing we do know about football is football can turn very, very quickly. Just as bad as it feels now, and the criticism that we're getting, which we have to accept, at the start of the season, everybody was praising us to the hilt, and that's nice. And we obviously want to get back to that. We're doing our utmost to get back to those ways. I'll pick a team on the weekend, which I think helps us be on the front foot. And if we get back to where we were at the start of the season, and by the way, a lot of the performances when we haven't won games have still been pretty good, but we've let in those late goals, and that hasn't helped us. So we'll try and get back to where we were at the start of the season. We've come away from that a little bit for one reason or another, which we don't need to go into, because that stops now, by the way, for me talking about the start of the season and the run recently. We got a chance on Saturday to go out there and get 3 points. We're playing against a good Fleetwood team, but they'll respect us as well. And if we go about it in the right way, I'm sure we can give them a very, very good game, and there's no reason why we can't go and get 3 points.
Yeah, this Saturday must feel like a good opportunity to do just exactly what you've said. Fleetwood, a team who are in similar form, similar league position to us, came back at home just before Christmas, before this busy period starts. It must feel like the right time to start this.
Look, I'm not going to talk about Fleetwood too much. I respect Charlie. He's someone I know very, very well. I've been on coaching courses with him. He's a good young coach, and he's got a good team that have had some good results themselves this season. What I've tried to make the focus on this week is all about us and how we go about things. Of course, we'll know how they set up, and we'll know their strengths, and we'll know their weaknesses. We'll know where there's space to play against them. But when you get into those spaces, you have to take responsibility, and you have to go and make an impression on the game. And that's what we've been working on all week. I'm really looking forward to it. I think training's been very, very good. I think the boys are fully focused. I can see a little shift in the way they're looking at me, the way we're working together. I made sure when I woke up on Sunday morning this week that I thought, right, I need to make sure that when you're in a bad run or you're in a bad place, not winning games, etc., the only thing I can fall back on is working hard and standing up to be counted. And this week, I think I've been on the front foot with the players. I think I've stood there to actually say this is what we're going to do. They all know their roles, and now it goes over to the players. As I say, I'm their biggest supporter. I know they can do it. I wouldn't put this demand on them if I didn't think they could. So I'm looking forward to the weekend.